Hello and welcome to Bourbon Master. I'm back again. In the last video you saw I tried Traverse City. We have our straight bourbon here. Tried this. Actually liked it. It's about a $33 price point is what I had on the list. I wouldn't pay more than $50 for it, but it was good. It reminded me a lot of Castle and Key. A lot of vanilla. A lot of like wedding cake. I still want to keep saying. I don't know really what flavor that is, but I keep wanting to go that direction. If you liked Castle and Key, you're gonna like this. You're not gonna be disappointed. So that's the one we tried. So now, where are we at? This is the whole reason the kiddo's going to sleep right now. You still have my Christmas tree in January hanging back here, and the wife is watching like FBI something on TV. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying the Traverse City barrel proof. So what's this clocking in at? 58.3%. It's aged for more than 4 years, bottled at full barrel proof. So took a look at the sheet before I started drinking it, and here's the deal. You can tell me about a million things in the world about something. I'm going to be 100% honest when I just straight up taste it. And I'm very excited for this. I've had a few I posted a picture of the bourbon and rye that I got sent, and I had a few people go, "You're going to love this one." And when I looked at the list, this is the one I was going to love. I don't know if I'm going to love it or not, but if there's any ones I'm just going to stand out for, this is going to be it. So, to say I'm excited may be an understatement. To say that I want to put this in a candle may be an understatement. And to say I know anything about the mash bill, I'd be lying. I do. 72% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted, the regular stuff, malted barley. This has actually won a few awards, double gold in San Francisco, liquor tasting or whatever the heck that is out there. And I think that honestly, dang. So when I take the smell of anything barrel strength, I have to know it's like I've taken what I would typically have in this and condensed it down into like the essence of yumminess. Okay, that's going to be the number one perception I have. So I'm always going to think something typically higher proof, as long as I don't burn my nose holes out with alcohol, is going to be a little bit better. But I'm going to tell you right away, this has a very, very distinct smell. And I purposely, for the thing of this video, did not read any notes about what the heck I'm tasting at all tonight. I've been sitting in there putting my kid to sleep. I have no idea what's going on. This, pecan pie. My favorite Thanksgiving dessert in the world. It smells like I just poured that in a glass. This reminds me of a tasting I did down at Peerless with their rice. They had some small batch or single barrels they had in little things. And they had one that's apple cobbler. And they had one that was kind of pecan flip smelled. This smells like pecan pie with some caramel or caramel. Maybe topped with ice cream? Vanilla ice cream? I don't know. But I'd bottle that up, put it in a candle, I'd sell it to you because you'd like your house smelling like this right now. So what's it taste like? Okay, so I guess one thing I've learned, and I'm not sure even how to describe this tastes thick. It tastes a little syrupy. You can tell that it's not your typical watered down bourbon you would have. I like that about it. What do I immediately taste? I immediately taste a big punch of alcohol. I mean, what do you expect? It's 58.3%. I mean, we're looking at 116 proof. That's a lot of booze. So I think anytime I get a lot of the booze, when I finish that taste, I'd immediately taste a heavy cherry. I just think that sits with that alcohol. I have noticed, and I'm not sure if this is completely correct, but I noticed the higher ABV I drink in bourbon, the more cherry flavor I get. I can think of like a hazmat or some of those really high test ones where you're almost up to like 160 proof-ish, 140 proof. Those taste like straight cherry. I get a lot of cherry from this, but then it finishes So it's like you took, I know this is going to sound stupid. It's like you took this and added a pecan pie to it without the sweet. I get this like really, so when I tasted the original, I said it had like a nutty finish to it. I think it was very vanilla. I thought it had a lot of those baking and that wedding cake I kept saying by. This is like they bypassed that and they went into like this pecan pie flavor. So what do you get pecan pie? Got pecans, got like that Cairo syrup, and you got yumminess is how I like to describe it. Anybody that eats pecan pie probably is going to die in about 20 years because it's really bad for you when I see them make it, but it is absolutely delicious. It is hand down my favorite pie. I get booze, cherry, pecan pie, vanilla caramel finish. That's what I get. So let's try it again. Yeah, it's got all those flavors. Is you let it roll from the front and the back of the tongue, you get that burn, cherry, pecan pie, nutty, pastry finish, I guess would be a good way to describe it. To be honest, I taste a little oak. It's kind of sitting there with that lingering finish I have, but it's not overpowering. A lot of those bourbons, and when I was looking at the sheet, I think this is you buy a full bottle, price $80 is where you're sitting at with this. It's damn good. I mean, would I pay for it? Yeah, I would. I think I'd be very happy with owning a bottle of this and sharing it with some friends and enjoying what I have. Which one would I pick between the two? If I was sipping, this one. This one, hands down. It's way more flavorful. Now, every day, this guy. I think they're completely different, even though they're probably the same thing. This one just has so much more flavor, and that always makes me wonder when you have some whiskey or some bourbon and you get it watered down, why it's so interesting to have those barrel proof or those single barrels or the barrel selects, because I think you get so much more flavor out of here. So, I mean, you think about it. This was made like you made a pot full of corn, rye, and malted barley. Just kind of put it in there, put some yeast in there, threw it in a barrel, waited about 6 years, give or take. This is what it said is about that average. And it creates this really awesome, if you look at that color, just beautiful spirit. I enjoy this. I think that you would too. I would personally try this first. Try their original. And if you even like that flavor profile, or you love pecan pie, I'd hit into this. This may be my new way I love to describe bourbon, pecan pie, because again, it's absolutely my favorite. But I think you're going to get what I'm talking about. It's all that stuff you'd get in an oven at the end of Thanksgiving, once you're full and you shouldn't have any more, and you want to take just one more sip. So, again, I'm going to switch up the ending for this video. This ending, I think it's going to be my new ending just because I like to have a little fun. It's going to be cheers, Ron. I hope you're having a good one. I'll pull a new cheers every time we do it, but I always say cheers for making me think I should always end my video with some sort of tagline. It's the Bourbon Master here, Chris Wilkie. Subscribe, look at the blog, give me your comments. Have you tried this before? If not, cheers, Ron. Have a good night.